Hello everyone. So already I have discussed the 5 marks part in second PUC examination. Now I will discuss 10 marks part. So in the 10 marks part we have 6 plus 4 part. So you have basically 6 marks question will be on either graphs or integration, definite integrals derivations. 4 marks part will be on continuity and it may be on determinants, show that by properties. So now I will discuss few problems on graphs. So the problems will be either these kinds of direct constraints and objective functions will be given. Otherwise, the verbal problems from which we can write constraints and objective functions. So we shall solve this particular problem. So to solve this one, we need to consider boxes. So to convert this inequality into equality, we can write it as x plus 3y is equals to 60. So we need to consider the values for x and y. So if you put x is equals to 0, then you will get y is equals to 20. Then if you put y is equals to 0, then you will get x is equals to 60. This is one line. Again, you need to consider second line, x plus y is equals to, then otherwise in this graph itself you can join these points. So on x-axis we need points up to 60. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and again here we can have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this much is enough. Now 0, 20 will be somewhere here and 60, 0 will be here. Therefore we can join this. So this is 60. Now, so we need to substitute origin as a testing point if the line is not passing through origin. Since this line is not passing through the origin, if you substitute 0, 0, 0 plus 0, actually it is 0 plus 3 into 0 less than or equals to 60 is a true statement. So that we can take this one as a towards origin. Then for second line, x plus y is equals to 10. If you put x is equals to 10, again this box x, y. If you put x is equals to 10, then y is equals to 0, or x is equals to 0, y will be 10, so that we can consider this straight line here. So next we need to substitute origin as a testing point. 0, 0, 0 greater than or equals to 0 is a false statement. Therefore we can have this particular direction. It's not towards origin, it must be away from origin. Now we have one more line, x less than or equals to y means x is equals to y. If you put x is equals to 0, you will get y is equals to 0. If you substitute x is equals to 20, then you will get y is equals to 20. Therefore this is that line. But whenever the line passes through origin, we can't substitute origin as a testing point. We need to take some other point as a testing point. So this is very, very important. So what I do is I will take a point on x-axis, that is a point 10, 0, and we shall substitute that point here. So if you substitute that 10 less than or equals to 0, it becomes a false statement. Therefore that reason will be towards this. It must be above this, below this, and towards y-axis means that is this particular part. So that it will be, this point is A, B, C, D. So we can take these points as A, B, C, D. Now we need to take the objective function and these corner points. So it will be corner points and z is equals to 3x plus 9y. This will be the value for z. Now corner points. So this point D, we can easily identify D as 0, 10, and also we can identify C as 0, 20. But this A and B, can be easily identified using graphs. But here I not have graph sheets. Therefore, I am taking this one as this point is the point of intersection of x plus y is equals to 10 and x is equals to y. If x is equals to y, 2x will be 10. Therefore x is equals to 5 means y is also is equals to 5. At A, x and y both are 5, and on this point we have x plus 3y is equals to 60, and also x is equals to y means we can substitute this x is y is 4y is 60. If 4y is 60, y is equals to 15. Therefore, if y is equals to 15, x is also 15. Therefore, 5 comma 5 means it will be 15, 9 5s are 45. So it will be 60. Here 15 into 15, 15 3s are 45, 15 9s are 135. 135 plus 45 will be 180, and at this point C 0 comma 20 again, which is 180. At 0 comma 10 it will be 90. Here our intention is to maximize and minimize. This is minimum value, small letter m. These two are maximum value. Therefore, we need to say maximum value is 180, which is at the point 15 comma 15 and 0 comma 20, and also in between the line joining this 15 comma 15 and 0 comma 20, and minimum value will be 60, which is at 5 comma 5. A very easy problem. We will get 6 marks for this. So another kind of problem is they may give like these verbal problems. A manufacturer produces nuts and bolts. It takes 1 hour of work on machine A and 3 hours like this. So many students will feel this problem is a bit difficult problem, but actually it's not difficult problem. You need to analyze it as a easy problem. So you need to make constraints and objective functions. Usually for objective functions they will give like this much of profits on roof is this, and also to write constraints we should look at the boundaries. So what are the boundaries? Here in this particular question they mentioned that package should be produced each day so that maximize his profit. If he operates his machines at most for 12 hours, he have 2 machines, that is it takes 1 hour on machine A and B. So A and B, so machines are having boundaries less than or equals to 12, less than or equals to 12. Therefore these A and B should be taken in rows. So whatever it may be, which quantities are having units, that should be in these rows. And from A and B, what are we doing? So we are producing nuts and bolts. I will take nuts and bolts. So for nuts, any manufacturer, it takes 1 hour of work on machine A and 3 hour on machine B. 1 hour here, 3 hour here to produce nuts. And for bolts, it will be 3 hours on A and 1 hour on B, and this objective function Z is equals to, so here if you consider n as x, nuts as x and bolts as y, then for nuts you have 17.50 x plus 7y, very simple. So for x means for nuts 17.50 profit. Usually objective function will be either profit function or minimizing the cost function, and this is maximizing the profit. Subjected to this is x plus 3y, x plus 3y less than or equals to 12. This is 3x plus y less than or equals to 12. Obviously you will have x and y greater than or equals to 0 as non-negative constraints. So again you can solve this one very easily using earlier method of graphs. So we shall discuss next problem also. A factory manufactures 2 types. So a factory manufacture 2 types of screws, A and B. So again, so what I said is you need to look at the limits on the given variables or anything it may be. So here, look here, each machine is available for at most 4 hours on a day. The manufacturer can sell a package of profit ₹7 and screw B, screw A profit 7 and the manufacturer can sell package of screws A at profit 7 and B as profit 10. So which are having limits here? Machines are having limits, because here manufacturer, each machine is available for at the most 4. At the most 4 means it must be less than or equals to 4. Machines means here you have 2 machines. One is automatic and another one is hand operated. So a factory makes two types of screw. Each type of screw requires use two machines, and automatic and hand made it. So automatic, hand made it. What they produce? They produce screws A and B. Screw A and B. Again, it takes 4 minutes on automatic and 6 minutes on 4 minutes automatic, 6 minutes on hand operated machine for screw A, and 6 minutes automatic and 3 minutes on hand operated. And what will be the profit? Z is equals to, profit will be 7x, because if you consider screw A as x and screw B as y, then it will be 7x plus 10y. Our intention is to maximize this one, subjected to 4x plus 6y less than or equals to 4 and 6x plus 3y less than or equals to 4. Obviously x and y must be greater than or equals to 0. Many students will think these kinds of verbal problems are a bit difficult, but they are not actually difficult. You can do these problems very easily. So another problem I have, one kind of cake requires 200 gram of flour, 25 gram of fat, and another kind of cake requires 100 gram of flour and 50 gram of fat. Find the maximum number of cakes which can be made from 5 kg flour and 1 kg fat, so that flour and fat will be in rows. This is very, very important problem, cake problem. So from this, what we do? Cake A and cake B. I am considering flour and fat here means they have boundaries. Actually, the boundaries are given in kgs. We can convert that kgs into grams. Therefore, it will be flour. How many flour? We have 5 kg means 5,000. 1 kg means 1,000. And here 200 gram of flour and 25 gram of fat. 200 flour, 20 for cake A, and 100 gram of flour and 50 gram of fat here. So what will be objective function here? So you need to maximize the number of cakes. That is, if you have taken this one as x and this one as y, you need to find how many cakes you can make. That is, x plus y will be objective function subjected to constraints 200 x plus 100 y less than or equals to 5,000, or 20 x plus 50 y less than or equals to 1,000. You can simply consider this one as cancelling two zeros here. It will be 2x plus 10y less than or equals to 50, and here also you can consider 2x plus 5y less than or equals to 100. Obviously, number of cakes must be greater than or equals to 0. So similarly, look at my passing package and look at the important problems and just solve the problems in the same manner. Now 4 marks problem. 4 marks problem either will be on continuity or it will be on determinants. So I will solve some simple problems on continuity. So this function is continuous at x is equals to pi by 2. Find the value of k. This is very, very important problem. So here I can write limit of f of x as x tends to 2 is equals to, x tends to pi by 2 is equals to f of pi by 2. In scheme of evaluation, this carries 1 marks. So what will be limit of f of x as x tends to pi by 2? Limit of k cos x divided by pi minus 2x as x tends to pi by 2. This is 0 by 0 form. Therefore, to avoid that 0 by 0 form, I will take k by 2 outside. Then it will be limit of x tends to pi by 2. I have taken k outside, and cos x can be rewritten as sine of pi by 2 minus x, because the denominator is already pi by 2 minus x by taking that 2 outside. So as x tends to pi by 2, this limit will be equals to k by 2 into 1, which is equals to k by 2. And what will be f of pi by 2? F of pi by 2 will be equals to 3. Therefore, from equation 1, 2 and 3, we can write k by 2 is equals to 3 or k is equals to 6. In scheme of evaluation, for finding this limit you have 1 more marks, for finding this 1 more marks, for finding this 1 more marks. So in the same manner, I will solve one more. So here this function is continuous at x is equals to 2. Therefore, I will choose limit of f of x as x tends to 2 is equals to f of 2. Therefore, limit of f of x as x tends to 2 means I will apply x tends to 2 means which is x tends to 2 plus also. Therefore, it may be 3, this value may be 3, is equals to, what is f of 2? F of 2 will be 2 square into k, which is equals to 4k. Therefore k is equals to 3 by 4. Very easy problems. You can do this problem also, that is limit of f of x as x tends to 5 is equals to f of 5. As x tends to 5, this value will be 5 into 3, 15 minus 5, 10 is equals to, this value will be at 5, which is equals to 5k plus 1. Therefore k is equals to 9 divided by 5. So you may have one more problem, that is find the values of a and b. This function is continuous throughout. So if this function is continuous throughout, we can write limit of f of x as x tends to 2 minus is equals to f of 2, and limit of f of x as x tends to 10 minus is equals to f of 10. Why I am using these values means these two values are boundary values, therefore I am using this. So limit of f of x as x tends to 2 minus is given as 5 or 2 plus, I will consider 2 plus here. Limit of f of x as x tends to 2 plus will be 2a plus b is equals to f of 2 is given as 5. This is equation 1. Similarly here as x tends to 10 minus, we have 10a plus b is equals to f of 10 is 21. Now two equations, two unknowns. We can easily solve this one to get a is equals to 2 and b is equals to 1. So these are few important problems on that continuity. So I will give one more hint. So if you can't do this continuity problem, there will be few problems on determinants. So if you have some problems on determinants, so I will take one particular example on determinants. The problem may be x plus 4, 2x, 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 x plus 4, 2x, 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 x plus 4 is equals to 5x plus 4 into 4 minus x whole square. So these all problems on determinants are very interesting and are easy also. So here in the required result we need 5x plus 4. First step, you should look at whether you have 1 1 1 in any row or any column. If you have 1 1 1 in any row, you need to make these two ones 0 using this one. If you have 1 1 1 in any column, you need to reduce these two into zeros using this one. Then the usual expansion. So here we don't have 1 1 1, but we can have 1 1 1 by taking this 5x plus 4 outside. How can you take that 5x plus 4 outside? If you don't have that 1 1 1, then immediately you should look whether R1 changes to R1 plus R2 plus R3 or C1 changes to C1 plus C2 plus C3 works or not. So here if you apply R1 changes to R1 plus R2 plus R3, then you will have x plus 2x plus 2x means 5x plus 4. Every element will be 5x plus 4 in first row and remaining rows as it is, so that you can take 5x plus 4 outside. And if you take 5x plus 4 outside, 1 1 1, 2x, x plus 4, 2x, 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 x plus 4. As I said earlier, if you have 1 1 1 in any row or any column, you need to make these two zeros, that is C2 changes to C2 minus C1, C3 changes to C3 minus C1. Now this is equals to 5x plus 4 as it is, first column as it is 1, 2x, 2x, then you have 0. Here x means this is minus x plus 4, this element is 0, this element is 0, this element is 0, this element is again minus x plus 4. Since this is a lower triangular matrix, we can consider the product as principal diagonal elements. So 5x plus 4 into that product will be 4 minus x the whole square. This is the required result. So for every problem you have different steps. but the procedure I have explained is common. That is, you should look at your 111, or you need to take some common quantities outside. Otherwise, you need to look at R1 changes to R1 plus R2 plus R3, C1 changes to C1 plus C2 plus C3. And I don't discuss that 6 marks question on integrations, because already we have 6 marks problem on graphs, and 4 marks problem we have it on either continuity or it's on determinants. Even if you want that 6 mark part and a problem on that, you can look at my passing package. In that passing package I have mentioned all that. So if you have any doubts in that integration, feel free to ask that solutions. So now what I did is, I already covered 40 marks in your paper, 5 marks 6 question. In fact, I have covered 8 questions. You can choose 6, and for this 10 mark question I have covered 6 plus 4. So on next class onwards, what I do is, many students are requesting for inverse trigonometry, and many of them are requesting for some Rolle's theorems, mean value theorems, and differentiation easy problems. So next class onwards I am taking 2 marks and 3 marks part. There also you have many easy questions. So now already I have given passing package up to 40 marks. If you are perfect with this, then you can easily score 40 marks. But next my intention is to take all the students into 70. So after that 70 I will bring them to 90, and 90 to 100, a bit difficult task, but I will give the hints to score that 100 out of 100 marks. So that will be in the upcoming classes.